So, this Roblox game, Thanos is eating everything.
I literally just spoiled
How do I describe it? Well, to be honest, it's that sort of Roblox game where you die.
Just like that? Yes.
But luckily, the aim can actually be pretty easily cheesed if you have some friends. Keyword there. With friends. So what if you're a poor hobo that doesn't have any friends and pretends to be tough? I'm looking at you, automated Russian! So, I decided to take on a challenge to see if I could do the impossible seemingly with this game. Is it possible to beat Thanos is eating everything without any friends? Or in other words, is it possible to beat this game solo? Okay, so first of all, we have to discuss the rules. First of all, any game pass is allowed. Yes, including the double speed one. Which I will be using for this run. Secondly, any gun is permitted, no matter how strong it is. So I am using a patriotic gun and a pentagram rifle. That's what it's called, as they can do massive damage. And I've never said what happens if Thanos does kill you. If he does, then you have to leave the VIP server to completely refresh it. So, be very careful of Thanos' attacks, and keep these rules in granted, and also, please remember to take these rules with a pinch of salt. Alright, now here comes the juicy stuff, the strategy guide. So, his attacks go like this. There is the source attack, which is pretty easy to dodge with the double speed, to be honest. You just have to make sure you don't get hit by the pellet. But if somebody does, he will actually lower himself, giving you more of a chance to actually hit them. So that's actually kind of a benefit, to be honest. But if he doesn't, he just stays there for some reason. Another attack that's pretty easy to dodge is the plane attack, as what's being shown here. It's a nightmare if you don't have the double speed boost, but if you remember, we do have the double speed boost, which makes it a bit more manageable. Then, there is Thanos' drink straw. I need a drink to wash all this food down, where he sucks up the nearest bit of land. It's not the hardest thing to avoid, but it can cause a pretty quick kill. And then there is the bane of my existence, the sandwich. Okay, the plane will chase you until it explodes. With the sandwich, it will not explode or stop at all. Thanos will not stop until he's got his sandwich. So if he decides to use this attack, unless you have the very rare chance of cheesing him out of it, then that's it, your run's over. So, now that we've basically talked about all the abilities, it's time to begin! So the trick to beating Thanos is always knowing what attack he's going to do next, so you can always react to it. Now, I have actually played in this stage a lot, so I know exactly what he's going to do at this point, and that makes my job a little easier. See, he goes for the sandwich right at the start, and I have to run as much as possible. But luckily, if you are underneath some shelter, there's a slight chance that Thanos will activate his hitbox a little bit earlier than he should do. A slight chance though, you still gotta keep running, or you're probably going to die elsewhere. Why is this? Because you can't just keep running. The unique structure of a map will eventually stop you, and Thanos will eventually receive something in his hitbox. But there is a slight chance you can cheese him out of it by getting close enough to another object to the point where he just misses your Robloxian hitbox and goes for whatever's in front of him. But you can't be too reliant on the strategy. You still have to keep running as much as possible. You see here, it only really worked because I accidentally slowed down a little bit and gimped him out of it by activating his hitbox. And I just missed it. That is the tactic whenever he uses the sandwich. But luckily, he wasn't sandwiching much more. He kept using the plane, which gave me some extra pop shots. I skipped ahead a little because I don't think you just want to see planes, so I'm actually skipping ahead to when he started using variety. Like here, he uses the drink coaster. But luckily, I'm far enough away so that he doesn't suck me, bro! Luckily, he's not a Kirby, so he doesn't have infinite range. See what I did there? But then, he uses the infamous sandwich on me! Right after some hot sauce. Which was pretty easy to dodge. But let's be real, if the hot sauce did come closer, I might have been able to kill him with the amount of damage I'm doing. Oh yeah, here comes the sandwich! Ugh! I hate it when this happens, and I had to find the best way to cheese him, otherwise lose so much progress in the amount of time I made. So, cue the intense. Whew! Luckily, it's easiest to gimp his hitbox in the forest, otherwise I'd be a goner. And now, here comes the only part where I got caught off guard. He wasn't moving, so I was wondering what he was doing, but then realized, wait! The drink has leg in it! Luckily, I managed to evade out of the way just in time. But with him just going down, that sounds a little boring, doesn't it? I wanted something more epic, mysterious, and incredible! So I was waiting for the drink attack. Yes, I'd get him while he was using the suck attack on me. And here's what happened while I was doing it. Okay, so let's just wait for the awesome resource attack, okay? So let's just hope he doesn't morph into the plane and go, oh my god, stop morphing into that damn plane! You're not gonna get anywhere with it! You're not gonna get anywhere with this, Thanos. Just use either the sandwich or the souk! I'm gonna be okay with any of them, okay? Oh, map regeneration.
Victory.